Hello everybody, welcome back to another anime review, where today I am going to be reviewing Food Wars. Another anime that I heard about and thought, you know what, this actually looks pretty good. Let's give it a shot. And I did. The English dubbed version. Because I hate having to look up and down at the screen just to understand what people are saying. It irritates me. But I'm just one of those people who prefers dub over sub. You're allowed to choose what you want. And if I really do want to watch something and are determined to watch it, then I'll go and watch it subbed, but I prefer dubbed. But I've watched the current amount of episodes that are available in dub around where I am. Because currently, only the first 3 seasons are available. Season 4 and the start of Season 5 are not yet available where they are in Japan. Sadly, I don't really know. I plan to catch up on the series once the English dubbed version of those come out, but yeah, I'll try my best to quickly talk about the first 3 seasons of Food Wars, like what I liked and what I disliked. So, to kind of start things off, basically a small description of the show. We have our main character, Soma Yukihira, or Soma Yukihira, I don't know. It's really hard to remember some of these names. But we got Soma, and basically he wants to be a master chef like his dad. And even though he also likes working at his shop where him and his dad work, he still can't beat his dad. So his dad ends up deciding to sign him up for a school and have them close down their shop for now so he can go to that school. And Soma goes through all these different challenges, being a really over cocky type of I could do anything attitude, which honestly it's what makes him such an interesting protagonist. It's good. I find him really entertaining to watch, especially since unlike other superhero characters, not even superheroes, like heroes, like the main protagonists, all of them have this tendency to overthink things or take things a different route than what is intended. And then we have Soma here, who is just like, dope, that's cool. And that's one of my favorite parts about him, the fact that he doesn't pull like a double meaning to everything that's going on. He just goes straight forward and saying, yeah. And also his grim determination to win is just super admirable. And of course he has to go against several people, including the taste tester of the school, Erina, which I don't know how to feel about her as a character. I mean, at the start, I thought she was a complete jerk. I hated her with a passion, thinking that, this person, will they shut up? I didn't know Erina or anyone's name at the time. It literally takes me several seasons to fully remember every single character's name, unless I actually pay attention. And honestly, I really hated her in earlier seasons. But I'll talk about that stuff later, like the bigger spoilerish stuff. First, I'm going to talk about stuff in a non-spoiler type thing of what I did and didn't like. So what I did like were the ideas of the stories. They were fun and entertaining, and I stuck through with it for all of it. I really liked the stories that were being told. And when bad things happened to the characters, I was like, no! And when good things happened to the characters, I was literally just like, oh, yay! But that's just one of the more important things. And the characters, for the most part, are pretty likable. Even some of the villains that are introduced later on are also likable. And then there's also ones that go like, will you just shut the frick up? But I think that most of it's actually pretty good. Now, the characters, Soma Yukihira, he's a pretty great protagonist, and every one of the supporting cast members is interesting. They're just not as interesting. Even the ones that we get more backstory on, I found a little harder to stay focused on to their stories because I kind of got angry at one point when they decided to show a character's backstory at the exact wrong time, meaning I was easily able to predict it. I'll just talk about that in a bit, but Yeah, the supporting cast wasn't that great. Megami, the sidekick to Soma, is okay. I really didn't care for her character as much. I was happy when she got her victories, but for the most part, she was just okay. Most of the cast was just mediocre. But I was still fine with it. I thought most of it was pretty good. And the casts were always entertaining to watch. Although, there were some more questionable parts about Food Wars that I was always disturbed by. Like how every single time someone eats food, their clothes get ripped off and they're naked but censored. What? I was always super confused. And a little bit disturbed. Really kind of wish that wasn't there, and I wish it wasn't as the way it was there. But it does also kind of talk about another thing I really didn't like. And that was probably the main attribute of the series. Every single time there's some thing like food that they're serving, they'll always go into detail about like how they made it and how amazing it really could be, and oh my gosh, this is how it was made. I don't care. I just wanted to see the main characters win or lose. I don't care how the food was made. I know others might care, but personally, I didn't care. And the fact that it happened every single episode, taking up 5 to 10 minutes of the runtime, it was really easily skippable. I skipped so many times that happened just because I didn't care. Well, that's all I can really say. That's not too spoilerish. I'm gonna now be diving into more spoiler-based stuff. So, I'm gonna count down from 3. If you're still here, then that's your choice. 3, 2, 1. Okay. So, I think one of the many reasons I got upset at some points, again, as I said before, there are some times where they'll dive into characters that I really disliked. Like, there's this big food war, which food wars in this world are competitions where 2 bakers go head to head, and the winner of the cook war, like food war, would have the loser do whatever they want on something, yada yada yada. There was this big event food war, and it was pretty interesting, pretty intense, and I was really excited to see who they announced was going to be the winner. And I just thought, alright, what's the suspense going to build up to? What is it going to be? And then right when they are about to announce it, they flash back to one of the characters in their childhood. And I immediately thought, this isn't meant to be representing who the winner is, right? Because this is supposed to be a build-up to something. You cannot tell me this is who's gonna win unless you show flashbacks of the others as well. And when that person was announced to be the winner, I was just like, what the? What? You guys made it too obvious. You didn't let the build-up show itself. Why? You ruined it. I don't care about this person's backstory before. If it was after the announcement, then I would have been like, oh, that's actually really nice. But they showed it before they announced the winner, and it really annoyed me, because then my immediate thoughts were, he's the winner, isn't he? Bruh. How could you be this stupid? I definitely think the first 2 seasons were okay. Again, those whole body descriptions of the foods and stuff thing always weirded me out or annoyed me. So they weren't as focused. But season 3 was actually pretty good. I had a lot of fun with season 3. It had an intense storyline in the second half, like for the not festival part. The first half is about a festival. Then we have the second half, which is really intense with someone trying to brainwash the future cooks, and it was just intense. I freaking loved it. And then there's this big climactic food war that's going on. And literally the whole season ends with only the first round being over and they have to keep going. And I'm just thinking, holy crap, I want to see how this ends. How does it end? And season 3 ends on just the first round. The next rounds are going to take place in season 4. My guess is the characters probably won because season 5 has a few episodes out now. But I still want to watch season 4. I just want to see how this ends and see how the villain responds to all this. And it's this series is an interesting one. I like the characters, especially the main protagonist, and also season 3 was probably the one season where I actually felt bad for the character or antagonist of most of the series, Erina, where she has to face the bad guy who was actually her really cruel dad. It made me feel bad for her knowing exactly what she had been through in her past, and I generally think that I wish I could help her out, but I'm just the viewer. I can't do anything. And I won't be able to see how anything else goes in the story now. Until the English dub, which, fun fact, I learned that most animes are getting delayed because of the you-know-what, and now I can't continue on with a bunch of stories I really want to watch. But I'll wait till the next one comes out. I'll wait till the next story comes out. I look forward to more Food Wars, because as much as the whole food description thing annoys me, and the weird naked body to expose yourself to the tastes and flavors, even if you aren't actually naked in the real life thing, it's just, those things are weird, but they don't really overshadow the entertainment of the other parts of the story. I truly do love what Food Wars did as a series to make me root for the main character, and whenever he won, me being like, yes! So, it was alright. I'll give this series a 7 out of 10. Had some weird moments, but overall was pretty entertaining. I want to see more, so when the English dub of the rest of the series comes out, you bet your buttons I'm gonna watch it. And I said it again like last time. I said buttons. Why do I say buttons? Anyway, moving on. Thank you all for tuning in, and I shall see you around. And make sure to keep an eye out for more anime reviews, since this is probably what I'm going to be doing a lot more now, because I want to actually do this. This is really fun. But anyway, thank you all for tuning in, and I'll see you around. Peace.